Hey guys, today we're going to talk through the Unite phone training on the Yealink T54. So things we'll talk about today are basic phone settings, all the buttons and what they do, how to answer and place a call, how to park a call, transfer a call, or put it on hold, and finally how to check your voicemail and set up your greeting. So getting started, we're going to go through all the buttons and what they do. So you guys are looking at a model of my phone here on the display. So this is my phone in the office. I'm going to show you the different settings here. Up here at the top, you guys are going to have what are called programmable keys. That means they're programmed to do a certain function. So for example, I've got a button for my coworker Ryan that's lit green here. If Ryan was on the phone, it would be lit red. I could push that button and call Ryan. You'll also notice that it says page 1 and page 2. If you push this bottom right button here, you guys can go see more keys for your coworkers on page 2. So just know that you guys have different kind of programmable keys you will see, but let's go through some of the main ones you'll see. So here we have my extension number twice. So this first one is when I'm on an outside call, I'll see this lit up. And then if another call starts calling in, I can actually push this second one to put the first one on hold. So these are basically like call waiting. So you can juggle two calls on you're basically on your phone at the same time, just by pushing one or the other. Or going back and forth between the two. So that's what these are. You may or may not have a general mailbox key, just depending on your design. General mailbox is like if someone was checking the main number, things like that, the message is left there. It'll be lit red when there's a message there. You can push the button to listen. The default voicemail PIN code is the same as the regular one, which we'll talk about at the end. You guys may have a record button. Record is just basically where you could record a call. If it's something you guys are doing, you'll just push that button, it would start the recording, and when you hang up, it would stop it and send you the recording. But you can also, just push it to stop the recording as well. You guys also might have park keys. So parks are just holds anyone can pick up. So they're just kind of a universal hold. So if I put someone on park, that might be something that's shared throughout the building. And in general, I can say, hey, I'm talking to Susie. I want to park the call. I can push this button. It'll put it in the first available spot. And then I can call Susie and say, hey, Susie, you got to call on Park 980. And Susie could just push this button to pick it up. I'll be talking more about Park, but just know that Park is basically a shared hold for everybody. You may have a coworker button. Obviously, again, push that to pick them up, or if they're on the phone, it'll be lit red. Another thing you guys might have is a page all key. If you have a button like that on your phone, that just pages all the phones. So you can just push the button and make your announcement and then hang up. And then finally, some of you guys might have something like a pickup call. If you guys have a button that says pickup, that just means if you push that button, it'll answer any ringing phone. Even if yours isn't ringing, it would pick up that call. So that's what those general buttons are. Down here below, these are called soft keys. They're just menu keys that change based on what you're doing. They just offer you different menu options. So this picture is where the phone's on hook. It's not live on a call. So the main options are history, directory, do not disturb, and menu. So if I wanted to go and do not disturb, I could just push that button. It would send my calls to voicemail, and I could push it again and turn it off. If I'm on a call, I have things like transfer, hold, or conferences options. So that's just kind of giving you the idea. In the menu, if you guys ever want to change your ringtone or something, there's one called Basic. You guys can use this navigational pad to sort through it. This is your volume up and down. This is going to be your headset key. So if you have a headset you use with your phone paired, you can use that to answer hang up. This is going to be your mute key. That is going to be your voicemail key. This is your hold button, which will also appear here if you're on a call. This is redial. That is transfer, which again will show up here as well. So you can kind of choose whichever one you want whenever you're on a call. And then finally, speakerphone. And then as I mentioned, volume to adjust is here. Going into live call features, now that we've kind of done the overview of the phone, let's talk about making and receiving phone calls. And I'm actually going to let this whole page load just so we can talk through each one of these options. I'll get into conference calling. So first and foremost, how do you guys call out? You're going to lift your handset or press speaker and then dial. It's just area code and phone number, so it's just 10-digit dialing. So just make sure you put in, area code and then phone number, and you're good to go. There isn't like an access code to get out. That's all you need. When someone's calling in, you're going to see their caller ID here, and you can choose to answer, you can silence it, or you can reject it to send it to voicemail. And then obviously, if you're calling 911, you just dial 911. For conference calling, if you're on a call and you want to conference someone in, here's your main three options as I've kind of mentioned before: transfer, hold, and conference. If you guys press the conference button, that's going to put the caller on hold. You can dial a second number, and then once they answer, you just press conference again and you're all together. These ones do support three-way conference calls. Other than that, you're going to want to do like an online meeting or something like that. If you'd like to place a call on hold, you're going to press the hold key, which is here. Now, again, when I was on the phone earlier, this call's already on hold, but you would have noticed that it said transfer, hold, or conference. So hold is where resume is right now. But when you're ready to resume the key, you can press the resume. So that's it. The hold is a personal hold. That means that you're going to have to go back to your desk phone to pick it up. Park is when you are going to put the call on hold and anyone can pick it up. So we'll go more into that in a second. So parking. If I'm on the phone with this customer and I want to park that call, so maybe this is for Ryan and I want Ryan to pick it up, I can press this park call button and it works like a valet. What it will do is it will put it in the first available park extension. So then it will tell me call parked on park 980, and it's going to light this key up red. So then I can call Ryan and say, hey, Ryan, you got a call on 980, and he'll say, great, and he'll just push the button to pick it up. So that's it. They are on park until they're picked up, but if they're on park too long, it will recall back to the person who parked it. If you'd like to transfer a call, there's obviously two types of transfers you can do. You can transfer directly to voicemail, or you can just transfer the call out. So let's start first with just transferring the call. So while I'm on the phone with this person here, if I want to transfer it, I can press the transfer key. At that point, this customer is going to go on hold, and then I can either push the button for a coworker or dial an extension or dial an outside number, whichever one you want. If you don't want to announce it, you just want to send it, you can hit transfer a second time to send, or you can stay on and announce it. When you're ready, you hit transfer. So it's just basically transfer, phone number, transfer, and you're done. If you would like to send a call directly to someone's voicemail internally, you can hit the transfer key, and then you're going to hit the star key, which tells the system you want to put it in their voicemail. If you have a button for them, you'll push that. Otherwise, you'll dial the extension number and hit this button here, which will say send, and it will go straight there. Normally I'd pause for questions, but this is just a recording, so we're going to continue on. Voicemail. Your PIN number by default is 123654 for your PIN. If you guys want to record your greeting, what you're going to do is you're going to press the voicemail button if you have a personal voicemail. When you push that, it'll please enter your PIN followed by pound. So you'll put in 123654 followed by pound. At that point, you'll press 3 for personal options, 1 to record a new greeting. You'll follow the instructions, and then when you're done, make sure that you do listen back to it and accept it. If you don't, it won't save. If you guys do have voicemail to email, this is what it looks like here. You'll have the attachment here, you'll have a transcript, you'll have a caller ID from, right here, how long the message is, who left it for you, all that's going to be right there for you. And again, normally I'd pause for questions, but you guys aren't in this meeting. I'm just recording it. And if you guys have any support issues or need to open a ticket, please make sure you contact your local system administrator to contact us. And they can reach out to us by either calling us at 816-478-2000, or they can email support@servicemark.net. As many details as you guys can provide is awesome, and we appreciate it. I hope you have a good one, and I hope you learned a lot. Thanks.